We who are about to die salute you. Back in late 2017, I made a video about dual-wielding shields and poked some fun at the idea, then proceeded to point out why it doesn't make a whole lot of sense and all the problems with it. Some people didn't appreciate that very much, apparently, and thought that I wasn't giving it a fair shake, which I politely disagree with. And by politely, I mean you're dead wrong, get lost. Just kidding, but I figured it might be worth revisiting that topic now that I've got these nifty spiked arm shields. If you haven't seen the previous video about them, it's linked in the description below. So, I'm going to show you the successful and semi-successful attempts first, and then all the failed ones. By the way, what we're simulating is unarmored dueling, simply because the techniques used to bypass real, medium, or heavy armor would also bypass our protective gear and make sparring very unsafe. This could have worked out, but when I felt the hit on my mask, I couldn't tell that it was flat and thereby invalid, so I stopped. The fact that I included this as semi-successful tells you something. My guess is I would probably be able to complete that attack despite the cut to my hip. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? Okay. It looks as if I got hit by that cut, but apparently I deflected it enough to not actually touch, as you can tell by the shadow. Then I beat the blade with my right shield, which then bounced off and hit me, but with the flat, so no danger.
You got me that time.
The GoPro took a hit there, and it's also what ruined my attempt, because that slice was too high and might have scraped my scalp but not otherwise threatened me, but I couldn't tell at the time. Yeah, same thing. If I could catch that at the same time, then I'm good, but it's pretty freaking hard. I blocked that cut, but it bounced off the shield and hit me anyway. However, by that time it has lost most of its energy and is not much of a threat. And that's the best I managed. My training partner Sindri gave it a try too, but no luck. And I was honestly trying. In fact, we did another session because the first time I felt like I could have done better, so I tried again and put more effort into it, but nope. Now, there is of course a bias in this, because we're both more familiar with swords than with dual-wielding spiked shields. I mean, who is, right? And sure, with better footwork, better reaction time, more speed, you would have a better chance. But the odds are still heavily stacked against you, because don't forget the swordsman can also have better footwork, reaction time, and speed. I don't see how you could bridge the gap with just technique, but hey, feel free to prove me wrong. If you could pull it off consistently against a fully resisting opponent in sparring, feel free to show us the video.
Come on.
Hard mode. Yeah. Yep. Even if you attack me and miss or I parry or whatever, I can't even run after you fast enough to get to you. If I just about make contact, I have like one full step to go, like more even. Yeah. Because with a full step, I can't even get to you. If I just take one full step, I can only just about, like, it's not even enough.
Yeah. When I threaten your face and you're up like that, your instinct is to start moving it over. And what it's doing is it's blocking your view of me,
Yeah.
so I can just duck down.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. That's a big part of the problem. Like
You're either blocking your view or you're vulnerable.
yeah, exactly. I can emphasize vision or defense. I keep looking for some kind of way to rush in, but I just cannot do it safely without getting impaled or cut or anything.
The range advantage is just
It's just, I don't see how you could possibly move in and be the first one to attack with these.
No.
Because like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, I would have to somehow occupy your sword.
Yeah.
And how am I gonna get there?
If you were really good at like parry, counterattack, counterattack.
But you gotta be so damn fast, because even if you parry and move in, then of course the swordsman's gonna move back. You can easily feint to one opening and then go to the one that I'm opening while defending against the feint.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna see it in time, so.
No, exactly.
I do feel like trying to make a smaller target is good, because then my legs aren't quite as vulnerable, but
yeah,
it only helps so much.
On the other hand, you still have to drop your arm to get to your leg, so I can just feint to your leg, as I did a couple of times. Feint your leg and go for your head.
That
right?
And also, yeah, that's the thing. Like when I lower myself so much, my head becomes an easier target.
Well, I'll either do like that, right? Or as you start to lower down, I do this and come around. Right.
And like I've already covered my vision here.
Well, that's the thing, is I start threatening your face.
Yeah.
And then I move around to the side so it blocks
and
you.
And then I can't see shit here. What the hell can I even do? Like, I can't just go in because you can immediately switch here. I cannot really effectively cover this side as well. And if I do, then you're just going to do this. So, but I want contact here so I know what the hell is going on, right?
Yeah.
So ideally it would look something like this, like I feel where you're going, right? So then I catch it here, and then, you know, I got something.
You really just have to stay on top of it if you do it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like boom here, and then anticipate this pretty much already, which is like, because there's no bind here at all. So if you have it here, if I enter here, I know that you're gonna cut down. But I can't even defend here with this. That's kind of the problem. So let's see. I come in here and I cover there. Yeah, this may be my best chance.
Yeah.
Cover kind of awkwardly like this.
The only problem is that if you are at all slow.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So even there, it's like catch, and I can't even get this here. Maybe. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
That might actually work. Nah. Almost. I had contact the entire time, even then I couldn't chase you down. Let's swap once more just to deflect any nagging of, well, you just too fat and slow. Well, is that the skinny fucker? Try it. Let's see. How threatened do I feel? Really not at all.
Oh, you got me. Oh. Yeah.
That's a general problem that I see. Against thrust, you can do almost nothing.
Yeah.
Fighting those dual shields with even just an arming sword really put things into perspective for me even more. I was able to freely pick my target and mess around using whatever fancy techniques I felt like, because I could. It's basically like fighting an unarmed opponent in terms of how much they can threaten me, or not. However, there is an interesting depiction from China which shows so-called swallowtail shields. They're equipped with a long double spike. Those could be quite useful because they cover more and have significantly more reach. And I have to admit, dual-wielding spiked shields does look pretty cool. There are also full-sized Hungarian shields with a pointed end, although those were of course intended to be used with a sword or another weapon. Two of that size would be rather cumbersome to wield, but at least they would provide better coverage. When used as an offhand weapon the way they were intended, these shields are quite good, and can be enhanced even more by grasping a dagger in the same hand. That way you have a better chance of blocking an opponent's strikes. And I've noticed that quite a few times where I was able to catch a strike on the dagger which would have slipped under the shield otherwise. Although it's hard to withstand swings from a long sword. The dagger was almost knocked out of my hand a few times. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching and have a good one, folks.